Hey y'all, this is a vlog I told you I'd record. Basically, I'm talking about the results of my neuropsychological examination, what the results were, how it's going to affect me moving forward, in case you give a shit. So, God, why am I touching my nose? Anyway, I got a neuropsych done for school because I was worried that I wasn't going to be smart enough to get through college, and it turns out that that's not the case. There are significant complications. I don't have a learning disability per se. As it comes to intelligence, I'm really really intelligent, but there's a few issues with that, and I'll get into those. But essentially, what it is across the board and cognitive function, like how my brain works. I'm pretty right down the center on most things, but in some areas, like I'm just super superior. She said, like memorization, recall, verbal analysis, flexibility, comprehension. I score ridiculously off the charts. Like she was like, dude, it's ridiculous how you understand language and vocabulary, memory, recall, how quickly I process things. Those were all like super superior. A lot of the higher brain functions, like executive function, like organization and decision making and stuff, average, which is fine. That's cool. I'm glad it's that way. Where I have difficulty, she said, is translating that to the motor function. Like when I have to like translate what I think in my brain, what I understand, how I process to like paper, there's a disconnect there. Like the motor function in my hands causes me difficulty, and I get frustrated, or I can't accurately translate how my brain got the answer into the way they want me to get the answer, and that bothers me. I don't know exactly how to frame it. Basically, the way I process information, the way I cognitively take information in, section it out, and figure it out is really hard for me to translate to paper. Or like if you say show your work. A good example of this is during the test, they had me do a bunch of math problems, and I'm afraid of math. I hate it. It makes me feel dumb. They had me do an algebra problem. I didn't realize it was an algebra problem. I figured out what the correct answer was, and I wrote down the right answer, but when the tester was like, how'd you get that answer? I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know how to tell her how I got the answer, because I didn't realize how I did it. I didn't know how I did it. And as I started to work the problem out, I got the wrong answer, and I got really, really frustrated and angry about it. And she was like, it's okay, it doesn't matter, you got the right answer. But in an academic setting, you have to know how you got the answer. You have to show them how you got the answer. And that's going to cause me a lot of problems, because my brain works on another level. The way I understand information, the way I process information, the way I work stuff out is on another level. Like it's like you can tell me stuff orally and visually, you can show me lecture, and I'll remember, I'll process it, I'll understand it. But if you have me apply it on like paper or something else, I have difficulty with that. And a lot of that stems from how my brain works to how my hands work, and there's a disconnect there. And I think I mentioned that, but I don't really understand how to explain it. So my intelligence is great. Like I'm high IQ, I'm high functioning in how I understand information, how I take information in, how I retain it, how I process it. How I apply it is where I have difficulty. And when I have to like break it down a certain way, I have difficulty. The major issue I have, the major difficulty I have with school and day-to-day issues is I'm diagnosed with an unspecified depression disorder now. And what that is I'm so brutal to myself. Like, if I don't get something right or I don't understand something, I'll literally just destroy myself, like, emotionally and verbally. Like, I'll tell myself I'm a piece of shit. I'll tell myself I'm worthless. I'm dumb. I don't get it. Why the fuck am I trying? You're a failure. You're the stupidest person on earth. You don't fucking get it, so give up. Whatever. And this is everything. Like, in, like, work, when I have a bad day at work, when there's a rough day at the house with the kids, or with the girlfriend, with my writing especially, it's the way the examiner explained it's near crippling. This sort of, like, frustration tolerance, this need to just brutalize myself in the most vicious ways. And I know a lot of you who deal with me are shaking their head like, yeah, we know, been telling you that for years, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I understand it functionally. I just don't know what to do about it, because she said that it's not depression like, oh, I want to cry about stuff, or I want to withdraw from the world, or I want to abuse myself. It's, I get fired up and I just destroy myself, or I feel lazy, or I feel worthless, or I feel numb. And when I get to that point, I just shut down, and it's like, fuck the world, burn it down. You're all assholes. Fucking just die. Get the fuck out of my way, because I'm going to do it my way, and fuck the world, And but it's all centered on how much I hate myself and how much I want to destroy myself, because I view myself as a worthless piece of shit. And it's not a good thing. Like, I know I have mental problems. Like, I know I have issues, and to have it spelled out by somebody, all my friends, you know who you are. You know who you are going to be like, yeah, we've been telling you that for years, or whatever. I get it. I get it. Up here, I get it, but dealing with it is the issue. And couple that crippling crippling that or coupling that crippling self-abusive destructive tendency, that just brutalizing myself and disparaging myself in a way that's so bad it shuts me down completely, academically, creatively, for those of you that love the Doc Ryan stuff. It's a huge problem. And I don't know what to do about it. So the recommendation is that I get a psychologist who can teach me mood modification, and some behavioral modification, so that I can make adjustments when I'm about to hit that wall, that fucking, you're useless, you're fucking horrible, no one loves you, you're a piece of shit, your work is garbage, you're stupid, just whatever you can think about to say to yourself, I do it 10 times worse. So until I can deal with that depression or that self-hate, I'm going to have difficulty, because that impairs my ability to perform at the level that I can. It literally shuts down a lot of my capability to be creative, to understand school, to produce. So the motor function difficulty, the application difficulties with the just mental, basically she explained it as mental torture, like the way I just abuse myself mentally, are going to cause me a lot of problems. If I can deal with that, the raw horsepower, the raw potential that a lot of you see, and I agree with you, it's there, will be hampered, will never be reached. I won't be able to reach it, because I'm just stuck in this constant cycle of breaking myself down and destroying myself. But in no way am I stupid. In no way am I not good enough or not smart enough. I don't have a learning disability. What I have is I have an emotional issue that needs to be addressed, and I have some motor function ways I learn and ways I process that need to be worked with me. Like the way I learn, the way I process information is different from, say, like sit in a classroom, take notes, take a test. These are all things that I do significantly differently because my brain processes information different than, say, like your standard college student. I know there's no standard college student, but I function on a really high level, and it's hard for me to translate that into a black and white way. Like, you could tell me, we could, again, using math or foreign language as an example, you can teach me formulas and I understand them. And when we're talking about them, I can tell you, yeah, I get it. And I honestly get it. But when you tell me to do it on my own, then I have a problem. Because I can't translate that from what's in here to what's on the page. And then when that happens, that depression, that self-abuse, that self-annihilation kicks in, and the voice is like, you suck, you're horrible, you're the worst fucking thing on the planet. And then I just reach that breaking point where I want to destroy everything. And until I can address that emotional issue, and like I said, I'm an emotional guy, but I don't make emotional attachments. I don't I react on instinct a lot. And my instinct is, once I start beating myself up, I just flip a table and I quit. Or I flip a table and I explode. So I think going forward, it's going to be get a psychologist to teach me those mood assessments, to teach me those behavioral modifications, so that it can unlock or unblock that massive amount of horsepower, that massive amount of potential that this testing has shown, and you guys have all seen over the years. And the tester said, once you can, manage that just brutalizing of yourself and learn to focus on what I need to do, I'll crush it. Because she said, you score in very superior ranges. You're average on a lot of things, but you're super superior in others. And where you scored low is because the translating this to this is what causes you a lot of problems. So I know I'm rambling. I hope you kind of understand that or what I just tried to say, but I guess to assess it is, deal with the self-hatred, the inner monster that says you're not good enough. Learn how to deal with him. Shut them up, because there's a fuck ton of them. Shut them up. Get school to work with the way I do things and understand how I process and learn, and then just crush ass. So if you're interested, I hope this explains it. I know a lot of you guys are always telling me, just keep working, you're a smart guy. I really appreciate it. I'm stubborn, and if I don't say thank you enough, thank you for kind of shoving it in my face, saying I am good, telling me I am good enough, I'm talented, because I don't believe it. And that's my biggest problem, is I don't believe the hype. And until I can believe the hype, and I can focus on getting shit done and dealing with shit, I'm going to be up and down. And I want to succeed. So it is what it is. I hope this explains some of what's going on up here with me, because I know some of you are concerned. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, step by step.